the beginning, everything felt completely normal. It was just another walk. The kind of walk that clears your head and makes the world feel quieter for a moment. They were relaxed, chasing each other, running, just enjoying their lives. Then suddenly something started to shift. The dogs sensed something. Their entire behavior changed in an instant. It was as if they got startled by something. I couldn't see it. I could read a subtle tension in their body language, a hint of concern, and soon I would find out what caused it. At that moment, I knew they had found something. I could tell something was happening in those bushes, something strange, something out of place. And we were about to see what it was. When we reached the spot, I recognized it immediately. I had seen scenes like this before in my life, but never here, so close to where we live. It was the place where wolves had taken down their prey. As from a deer, wolves were here. Huh? We were finding pieces of skin, fragments of limbs, and then finally we came across almost entire hide. Nearly the whole skin of the deer that the wolves had taken down just a few hours earlier. Forever. Yes, you are good girl. Come on. Asha, let's go. Come on, girls. The wolves had most likely already left the area because there were no super fresh tracks, but everything suggested this wasn't one wolf, or even two. The number of tracks showed clearly that there were several of them, at least 5. There were spots on the ground where they had been lying and eating different parts of the deer, and it was 5 spots. And most of the tracks led west toward the nearby forest, a forest filled with wetlands. There used to be plenty of deer there, but lately I've been seeing fewer and fewer of them. I'm convinced they've moved away because of the wolves that never used to exist here. In 40 years of my life, we had never seen a wolf in this area, and now the local forestry service has issued a warning. Just a few days ago, a pack of 16 adult wolves was spotted not far away from here. That's an unusually large pack for Polish conditions, almost a record size. Wolves aren't monsters. They aren't villains from fairy tales. They're family-oriented, intelligent, incredibly disciplined animals. They raise their young together, they travel together, they hunt together. A wolf pack is basically a team, a system where everyone knows their role. And honestly, when I look at my dogs, I see the same thing. Because they are sisters, I can see the same communication, the same awareness, the same loyalty. And that's a responsibility you feel very deeply when you're walking through a place where wolves hunted just a few hours earlier. You sense how real nature is, how alive it is, and how quickly everything can change. As we followed that trail toward the wetlands and the forest edge, I realized we probably wouldn't see a wolf. Wolves knew we were there long before we noticed anything. They had already watched us, already moved on, already melted back into the landscape, but honestly, that was enough for me. And it made me appreciate my dogs even more. Because when you strip everything away, the leashes, the toys, the houses, the fences, what remains is this ancient bond. A partnership that started around a fire thousands of years ago. And continues today, right here. On these muddy fields with two Malinois leading me through a story that began long before I was born. So we kept walking. Not to find the wolves, not to chase anything, but simply to feel this wild place as it is. To understand a little more about the animals that shaped our dogs and in a way shaped us too. So we pushed our way through the same grass, the same soaked ground that just a few hours earlier a pack of wolves had passed through. The same wolves that took down a deer in a cold blood and fed on it right here. It's an incredible story, something that happened to me on an ordinary autumn day. I expected nothing. I just went out with my dogs for a walk. I had no idea I would witness how wild nature can truly be. I'm grateful for everything nature has given us. I'm grateful that I have two amazing dogs, and together we kept following the wolf's trail. Join me in the next part of this video where you'll see whether we actually managed to spot any wolves. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.